Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Bronze Mercy. I think this was like 790, 800 SR, something like that. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like, subscribe, and even consider sharing. Or if you're looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, promos, have input in sort of in what events we plan, all that good stuff.
I know we have our differences.
So here we are.
Will of mine would be welcome amongst my colleagues in Oasis. No, thank you.
Your support partner is a Moira, so there's going to be quite a bit of healing available. So you're going to want to be aware that Moira is probably going to hang out with the tanks, the sort of core. So you'd be looking for her to be with your Orisa, with your Zarya, potentially even a little bit with your Torb. You're mostly going to be interested in your soldier. Now, you'll jump around, you'll heal your Moira if she needs it, but she very rarely needs it. She's very self-sufficient for a flex support. And you can, of course, go over to Torb. He'll separate himself sometimes, setting up turrets for angles, etc. But Soldier is the person you want to pay the most attention to. And Blue Beam is going to be your friend. A damage boosted Soldier on an angle, good stuff. But it's bronze, so we don't know that that's going to happen. Damage boosting your Orisa has some value. Zarya when she gets some high energy. Okay. Starting with the Orisa. Sounds good. No damage fall from those projectiles. No, we don't want so much yellow beam. Blue beam is our best friend. That's less true actually in bronze, but you still conceptually blue beam is your friend. Good. Turn and boost. Okay, you shouldn't not be on someone with your beam right now, and we want blue beam. We want the damage boost. That Moira's full health. Would prefer to be boosting someone else like the Soldier or the Orisa, but we want blue beam right now. Full health.
I'm taking care of you.
So you need to flick over to the person who's low health. You don't have to be able to see them necessarily. You just have to have your crosshair closest to them. But you can. Oh, you did get on them. Nice. Okay, you saw that. That was good. So that was good right there that you sort of looked. Ideally, that look would be more extreme. So you're trying to check right as you're doing this. You tap off that heals. You swap to that. Good heal check. Then you see that threat, so you're going to have to Guardian Angel past away through whatever. And the Guardian Angel on BG Adams over there would actually be a good one. If you did a jump Guardian Angel, you'd go here and you'd jump right past and be here. It's not perfect. There's then... No, that's then your soldier there. So yeah, that would put you here, which puts this sign between you and the enemies still, and gets you away from this ash. So that's something that we're potentially interested in doing. You, as you saw, because you turned your camera here, which was good, saw there's a threat here. I don't know that you saw these two threats here. Maybe you heard the Reaper teleporting in. But you need to get out of here. So just a Guardian Angel to leap past would be great. No. You have to hit the Guardian Angel button. You have to. Ooh, no. You can't just wait in the middle of the fight or when opponents show up behind you. You can't just be like, oh, I hope my team will peel them. They don't expect to have to peel for you. You're Mercy. You peel for other supports. You don't really expect to get peel. So you needed to Guardian Angel while you had the opportunity for your maximum distance, which was about to over here. And you'd have been totally safe from this. You'd have had threats over here, but those would still be a second or two out. That's how you need to be thinking. You always need to be aware of who could I Guardian Angel to. Like, what is my out if someone shows up on top of me? Remember, you can Guardian Angel faster to people who are... Your Guardian Angel moves a little bit faster, moves you more. You want Guardian Angels that move you some distance because they get you out of trouble. So you want to know what your far or medium Guardian Angel target is in case you get into trouble at all times.
This is not your time.
Let's take a look at this. So, you go for this res. Yeah, you have enough people to justify this res. Okay. Temporal, when do we start scrimming? It's a good question. Do I want to put some time into setting that up? today. I don't know if I'd set it up to happen today. I think we need a little more notice than that, but I could do some polling for like scheduling today. That's fine. Joshua, I'll put something together on the Discord, or I'll do some sort of poll to try and figure out schedule-wise, or maybe I'll look at my viewership metrics to figure out schedule-wise when I think the most people will be available.
Where does it hurt?
Barrier activated.
This will restore you.
Okay. You didn't have a sightline on him. That's life. Okay. Immediately pivot back to your team. Good. Don't drop. Don't drop. This was actually great right here. You see how from up here you had the option to heal everybody? Yes, there's the threat of Reaper over here, but Reaper doesn't have good range on you. You had this as a cover option against threats from this direction or this direction. You could still reach everyone with your staff right here to heal or damage boost. And most importantly, you could quickly go back and damage boost Soldier if you wanted, who, as we covered in the beginning, is a great damage boost target for you. Like, you can come back here and boost Soldier. You could stand here and work on everyone. This was a great place for you to be. I'm disappointed that you dropped.
Surrender to my will. Fire at will.
Let off some steam into the eyes.
Get into position.
Team up for special attack.
Tactical visor activated.
Warning.
This happens. You're trying to stay away, but you got to know where your target is. Like, you can go, hey, if I'm in trouble, I can go up to this soldier. So you have to know where your medium range escape is. I'm not sure why you're pulling out your pistol when they have Transcendence going. You're very unlikely to get any eliminations while they have Transcendence going. If you were to get an elimination, it would be with Blue Beam by boosting, say, your soldier or a high energy Zarya. But probably you're just going to heal while this Transcendence is going, because you're very unlikely to get eliminations. And now you've walked at a Reaper. Of course, the opponents were going to be grouped around the Transcendence. They were getting 300 health per second from the Transcendence. That this is where enemies were going to be. So I'm disappointed that you walked at this Reaper. Again, if you didn't want to be here anymore, your correct out was to Guardian Angel up to your soldier.
Team up for special attack.
Tactical visor activated.
What was that? What was what? Did I not mute myself for a cough there, Blah? I don't know.
My ultimate is ready.
Or are you just referring to the walking at the Reaper to get reset? That's not what it was to get reset, but that's how we're going to interpret it. Okay.
Heroes never die.
Can you really justify this? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. See, your team doesn't actually need this, but walking out, it sort of looked like they need this because they're letting themselves get huddled into a corner. Yeah, that's exactly what that was, Blah. Okay, so on the balance of things, you potentially didn't need this Valk, but I understand the context clues you had. When your team is this huddled backwards like this tight like this, and have given up all their angles, I understand thinking that they're in danger. And with what the number of people alive, not alive if you press tab looks like, and the fact that you saw when some of your teammates went down, like, I understand this Valk, even if in practice it's not a great one. But this needs to be damage boost. As soon as you see that they're not in any real danger, this needs to be hardcore damage boost because you need them to get value out of this Valk. And value out of this Valk is not delaying the cart for 12 seconds or whatever. It is getting eliminations, getting staggers, getting more ult charge for your team. So this should be right-click mode, damage boost. Let your Zarya melt their Zarya. Let them keep pushing up with this Valk and see if they can pick up another stagger.
Let's get you back.
Damage boost. Damage boost. Right. Good. No, they're still fine. Your Moira's right there healing them. You want them doing damage. 30% more damage for 5 people, because you have 5 people here now. I don't know that you're getting all 5 of them at once, but you're getting 3 or 4 of them at once, is a big deal. It's like having a Discord orb. Yes, you guys did hear that right. But it's like having a Discord orb where even if they shoot at different targets, it still gets value. Discord orb is that good. Okay, you can toggle it to heal now if you want that they're in the grav. If your reactions are good, you'll actually keep it on boost a tiny bit longer because their healths are relatively fine and then swap to heals. But swapping to heals when they're grabbed is reasonable.
You've got this. Not ready.
Back to damage. Your Moira has it and everyone's health is fine. Back to damage. Okay. You're positioned a little bit away from your team. That's good, so that you have a little Guardian Angel distance if you go to them. And you want to keep an eye on who your far Guardian Angel is, which right now is Soldier. So make sure you keep a path to do that. Good. And we're damage boosting. And we're damage boosting without exposing ourselves. I don't know why we've given up on damage boosting him. That was great. Let's go back to boosting him. Boosting him. Boosting him. No, why would we drop? We were great here. We had the option to boost our soldier. We could hop across to our Torb if we got in trouble, or if he got into trouble by someone diving him, we could sort of hop over and heal him. We had the option of standing here to top off our team if we felt the need to do so, but the best thing we could be doing is just standing right behind this sign, boosting our soldier while looking around to make sure no one's sneaking up on the flanks. That's what we wanted to do. Now you've put yourself in danger, and you don't... You see how... Let's rewind to it. You see how you've now put yourself in a place where you can't actually Guardian Angel out? Like, enemies could be coming through here, 2R, more could be coming through here for all you know, and you've put yourself in this place where you don't have any good Guardian Angels. You can Guardian Angel to your Orisa and try to float past her. Can't Guardian Angel to your Moira, you're right on top of her. Can't see your soldier, can't see your Torb. You might know where they are, but they don't work as outs for you. And that's not their fault. You dropped off the high ground. You had them available as outs. You were previously set up in a situation where you could go to 3 different places, 3 different real locations with Guardian Angel pretty easily, and you weren't likely to get threatened in the first place. Instead, you dropped, and now you have one kind of bad Guardian Angel, and that's it. Everything else is you being dependent on either walking quite a bit before you can hit a Guardian Angel, walking quite a bit before you can hit it, or them happening to move to open the line of sight for you, which you can't count on them to do. It's not their job to regularly be thinking about that. It's yours. Torb, why aren't you topping Torb? Torb is going to stay super passive until you heal him. Okay. Good. Stay back here. Damage boost is good. I promise damage boost is good. Healing full health people. There's a lot of full health people healing going on here.
Systems rebooted.
Don't let up. It's almost over.
Fire at will.
Boost. No. They have a Transcendence going. You are not going to get elimination. So Transcendence heals them 300 health per second. You are very unlikely to get eliminations on them. Your only chance is you do single or basically single big enough hits that they go through them, or you Grav Dragon. Like, there's a couple things. But really, really high damage stuff like Barrage, Grav Dragon, etc. Actually, Grav Dragon mostly doesn't work anymore. You have to do a little more work than that. But, you know, Grav Dragon can get you most of the way there, and then you can try to... Anyways, doesn't matter. So... what you're looking to do is not throw pistols into these Transcendences. This is the second time you've done it. I don't know why it's in your mind that during Transcendence you throw pistols. Maybe someone told you that when your team Transcendences, you could do damage, and that's sort of true, but you're generally still better off blue beaming. Like, blue beaming your soldier so that he gets more ult charge is going to be worth more than you pistoling here. Now, maybe you're pistoling specifically because you're going, hey, I want my Valk so that we can win after this Grav with Valk, which has a little bit more of an argument, but this isn't right. Like, you would damage boost your Orisa, your Soldier, something like that, and if your Orisa starts to get in trouble, you'd heal her. You still don't need to pull out your pistol here. There's actually a kind of meaningful amount of time that it takes you to switch weapons between the staff and the pistol, and the staff is better in almost every circumstance. Yes, you sometimes need your pistol for protecting yourself when you're alone. Usually that's a result of a mistake in planning on your part, because you should be planning, who can I Guardian Angel to, who do I have sightlines on at pretty much all times. Or it's the case of, hey, you're Valking and you're like contesting a sniper with your Valk or something, which sometimes happens. But you don't want to pull your pistol out in these situations.
Let's get you that outfit.
And if you were looking for ult charge, boosting the Orisa or Soldier probably would have gotten you as much or more. And it would have gotten them more. Why are you here? Why did you not boost up to your Soldier? Okay. Okay. So the biggest things we're seeing so far is you're not thinking about your positioning in terms of how do you maintain Guardian Angel options, and that is something that you need to do. You need to be thinking, I want to maintain Guardian Angel options. I don't want to just be on top of my team, because if I'm just on top of my entire team, I can't Guardian Angel. I want to be a little bit further away from them. Even if my whole team is grouped as 5, I want to stand a little bit further away from them so that if I get jumped, I can Guardian Angel to them. But also, you want to maintain those Guardian Angel options on other people, and you want to know where they are on satellites, on people that are, away from the group, like the Soldier, like the Torb that we pointed out. Regularly, the Soldier was there for you in a place, and you want to always know where your outs, where multiple outs are as Mercy, because that is your protection. A, it's good to boost those people that are on those angles. That's really powerful for them, but they're also your escape hatch. They're the way that you survive as Mercy, and if you vastly increase your survivability by knowing where those outs are, you will vastly increase your contribution to the game. And then the pistol stuff into the trans is weird, and you don't do enough blue beam, but hey.
Drink up here.
Where does it hurt?
Healing, good. So that's one of those things that you as Mercy can do. When someone just gets dove, you can partway Guardian Angel to them and cancel, and you can then have this yellow beam on them to help protect them from the dive. It's really good. So anytime you see a Monkey jumping in, a D.Va jumping in, a Genji or a Tracer coming in, that's something you want to think about. Ooh, who are they going after? Can I make their job really difficult? No. You had no business going for that res. You simply did not have the map control to go for it. No protection.
Starting over from the beginning. Damage boost engaged.
So now you have an Echo. That makes this easier. She's an extra out and a great angle. Okay, so boosting your Moira isn't very helpful. Neither was healing your Moira when she was full health. Now it's okay for you to be healing your Zarya. Now it would be okay for you to be healing your Moira. But it was more interesting to go, hey, where's our Echo? You saw you had that Echo, and Echoes like to go vertical, and sure enough, here she is. If you'd followed her up and Guardian Angeled up and then just played from here, you could have been damage boosting her this whole time, and that was way better than healing your full health Moira. And you'd be here, where again, you'd have the option to just go up. From here, I can heal Zarya. From here, I can heal Moira. Like, this would be a great place to be, and you could have Guardian Angel to follow your Echo up here, and then just let yourself drift down to here. Okay, you don't want to follow your Echo into that. You need to follow her up. Verticality is your friend. Okay, she's gone up for you again. Echo's gone up. You can follow her. You can Guardian Angel to her. Because again, if you Guardian Angel to her, then you end up here, and you have the option where you can reach your whole team with your beam. You can just pick who you want. It's great. Uh-huh.
Healing stream engaged.
Enemy contact.
Notice how you didn't have any thoughts on who to Guardian Angel to there, and you were kind of on top of most of your team, so you weren't going to get a good Guardian Angel anyways. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to be on top of your team. Mercy is not a good hero to be stacked with her core group. Unless her core group is like 1 or 2 heroes, and she has lots of people who aren't there in the core group. Yes, that's absolutely what Mercy is supposed to do. Mercy, when she's with Moira, is absolutely supposed to basically, in the last round, have been damage boosting the soldier, and in this round should be paying a lot more attention to the Echo with some attention to the soldier. That's how you do it. This is a pretty low bronze game, so I get that, hey, there's going to be more triaging, and I get that damage boost is going to become less reliable because heals are pretty reliable in low bronze games, whereas damage is still very inaccurate. So your blue beam actually sees some diminished returns, but the right way to play Mercy, the right way to play the game, is much more damage boosting on the Echo and the soldier. And much more expecting that Moira is going to handle the healings just like she did last round on the Orisa, the Zarya, only going in and helping them when they get really critical. And I don't mean the plus sign shows up, I mean they get down to like 20-30% life. You help triage shield them until they're up to like 40-50% again, and then you let it go back to Moira while you go back to damage boosting the Echo or the soldier. Don't. Oh boy. Crouch. Okay.
This is not the end. Thanks for the second chance.
Oh, you couldn't find her in time. Oh boy. I don't particularly like that. Reaper could have turned around and one-shot you. Could have. Mm-hmm.
Heroes never die.
You win if you win this fight, so okay.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Fire at will. Special attack.
Soldier's still better to damage boost than pulling out your pistol here.
Healing stream engaged.
And Moira, that still would have been a damage boost to finish the Baby Diva, not a heal on your Moira. Moira's actually got some auto-aim, auto-lock assistance there, so if we're taking down Baby Diva, that small target like that, damage boosting her is almost certainly better than pulling out your pistol yourself, because even though, yes, you do more damage with your pistol than you get added to her damage, she has effectively 100% accuracy against that target, whereas I'm going to guess your accuracy against that target is really poor. That's not a, oh, I'm knocking on you because you're bronze. That is more true because you're bronze, but that's going to be true at any level. The Baby Diva is a small target, kind of annoying to hit. Mercy's weapon, projectile weapon, etc. Damage boosting the Moira that's just locking on her, going to be easier.
Your support has arrived.
So, your soldier. Going to pay attention to your soldier? Now you can't really go to him because you don't want to be there with the hog, but the hog doesn't have hook, and you hear that. Okay. Don't stay in the open here. You want to play a little bit more where you have a corner to where you can go, hey, I'm boosting my Orisa and I close the angle if they look at me. I'm boosting the soldier and I can close the angle, etc. You don't want to just be in the open here.
Let me get you patched up. Where does it hurt? Well done. Let me get you patched up. Fire at will.
It's disappointing. I mean, I suppose we can go over this more. Some of this is just bronze messiness, but let's go back here. So here you are. Really want to go back a little further. You're up here. You hit your res. Don't drop. Literally just don't drop. If you stay here, you can heal your Zarya. You can heal your Moira. You can heal your Orisa. Stay up here. You can damage boost your high ground Echo. Like, just don't drop. High ground is really good for Mercy. Don't do this. Now you have to worry about your own life, and you're in more danger than you were before. And it's an extra thing you have to think about. When you were up top, you had much more ability to go, hey, I'm pretty safe up here. Let me devote my brain power to figuring out who needs heals, who needs damage boost, who I should be on when, etc. You're just kind of standing in the crossfire right now.
Let me get you patched
Still
up.
really in the crossfire. Okay.
They're all over me.
Yeah, you saw the Zen over here ages ago. He drifted in here and back out here. You've just been standing here when you're down Red's firing lane here and down Red's firing lane here. You don't really want to do that. Again, up here, you'd have been much more safe. But you want to find places to play, like even in here, where 0 or 1 groups of enemies can shoot at you at a time. Not multiple.
Taking off.
Surrender to my will.
A speedy recovery.
My ultimate is ready.
Okay.
We need to keep the payload moving forward.
Feeling spry.
30 seconds remaining.
Don't drop. Don't do it. Guardian Angel across. You don't want to be in the open. Good. Boost him. Boost him. We're going for the flank. Stay boosted on him. Stay boosted on him. This could be big. Close the angle. Heal, 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 heal. Good. Okay. Junk time. Okay. So,
Out of time. Damage boost engaged.
biggest thing that you need to work on is you need to constantly know where a Guardian Angel target is. That is going to serve you well. You need to always know, hey, if I get into trouble, what are my 1 or 3 Guardian Angel options? Can I Guardian Angel back to my core? Do I have a little space between me and them? Are there people on the wings that I can Guardian Angel to? Like we illustrated at the end of first tier on defense, where you had Soldier on one side, Torb on one side. I always want you to know, hey, I need to have at least 1 Guardian Angel target that gives me reasonable movement, more than a couple steps of movement. You need to always have that as Mercy. You need to always know where that is. If you don't have that, because your team is a group of 5 people constantly playing in a cluster, well, in the short term, you can play a little bit away from them so that you can at least Guardian Angel to them if you get jumped. But in the long term, you're probably on the wrong hero, and you'd be better off in a Lucio, a Moira, etc. But that didn't apply to this team. This team was totally fine with a Mercy, was good with a Mercy. You just need to make sure that you know at all times who you can Guardian Angel to, and you maintain sight lines that allow you to do that within a step or so. Are not dependent on them opening the angle for you to jump to. It's not their fault if you can't Guardian Angel to them. It's yours. You need to be maintaining sight lines where you can Guardian Angel to 1 or multiple groups that you would like to be able to Guardian Angel to for your own safety. That's what you need to do. And if the soldier goes, oh, he takes a deeper angle and you can't see him, you go, okay, well, either I need to adjust my positioning or nope, I can still see the Torb, then I'm fine because I have a place that I can get to. Good. The second thing I'm going to say is you are allergic to the high ground for some reason. You get these good high ground spots like up here and you just get bored and you leave. Or you end up here to res someone and you get bored and you leave. No, the high ground is really good. The high ground is really good. Please keep the high ground. Please try to take the high ground. It lets you more safely pick who you want to influence with your staff, all those good things, as opposed to being in here where enemies come after you more easily. Worst comes to worst, they see you, they start shooting you up on the high ground, you take too much damage, you don't like it, someone comes up there, you drop, and you're no worse off than you were before. But high ground is great. Third thing that we're going to talk about is just beam placement, beam management. Remember, your job is generally not going to be to heal the tanks. Mercy isn't terribly good at it. She has decent heals per second, but other than triaging tanks when they get really critical to then let the other healer do work, she's a pocket hero. She is a hero that is enabling generally DPS, but is enabling people with aggressive angles to do work. Soldiers, Ashes, Junkrats, Echoes. All those are heroes that she works great with, and she really is looking to damage boost them most of the time because damage is what they're doing most of the time. When they take damage, she can absolutely heal them. That's fine. That lets them go deeper, keep doing their thing, sustain on their aggressive angle, etc. But then she gets back to damage boosting them. So that's what you're looking to do as Mercy. And when you're in the group healing a bunch of people, that can be okay. But remember, damage boost is really good, and you don't want to be healing full health Moiras. You don't want to be healing full health Stars. You want to get back to damage boosting as fast as you can. You sort of want to think of your default mindset as what can I damage boost? Like you're holding down right click button, and then you're very intentionally pressing left click to heal people every once in a while. But the right click is the automatic. The right click is the this is what I just do, and oh, this person is really in trouble, let me heal them. Or oh, I'm between fights, let me intentionally heal someone right now. But the right click is the default. So anyways, work on those. Don't try to work on all of them at once. You'll get overwhelmed, so work on them one at a time. You can work on the making sure you have a Guardian Angel target at all times. Work on that for 10 games, 15 games, and see if it sticks. If it does, you can move on to the next thing. Go, okay, now I'm going to work on taking high ground more often, staying on high ground when I have it and it's useful to me, etc. And then if that sticks, after 15 games, 30 games, whatever, you move on to your next thing, which we talked about, this blue beam versus yellow beam, etc. Okay, I hope that helps. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. That helps me out quite a bit. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below. See what sort of rates we have, see what sort of promos, events are coming up, all that good stuff. Do I see anything question-wise? Okay. So if you have Mercy Zen, do you focus on tanks more or let them focus on packs? So Zen is pretty good at pocketing DPS heroes too, but he pockets different heroes than Mercy does. Mercy, for example, Zen is great to go, hey, I'm going to throw a Harmony Orb on a Tracer or a Harmony Orb on a Genji, and now I'm going to go back to throwing my orb, shooting stuff, etc. Whereas Mercy is not so good at following a Tracer or a Genjian. So they target different types of heroes mostly, but they are an excellent support pair. That said, they're a support pair that plays for really high pickoff potential. They go, hey, I'm boosting this Ashe so she can near one-shot people. I'm boosting this Echo so she can take people down really fast. I'm boosting this Hog that pulls something in, etc. And Zen is doing much the same thing, going, I'm getting a Discord on this Ana so that my Tracer and Winston can get in there and instantly delete her. I'm getting this Discord on this Soldier so that my D.Va and Ball can immediately be there and remove it, etc. So they're really playing for very high pickoff potential, for very high burst damage, and they're actually playing less for their own team sustain. So their team sustain is going to be a Zen actually does Harmony Orb healing for most of it, but that's mostly going to be on dive DPS, dive tanks, etc. Mercy will heal people up, but you're not looking to trade damage when you have this support line. Mercy is going, hey, I will heal people if they get critical, and she might stay on them a little bit longer. Instead of getting them from 20 to 30 or 40% before giving up on healing them, she might get them up to 50 or 60% before going, okay, now I'm going back to enabling people with Blue Beam. But you're really not playing to do a lot of healing when you're playing that support combination. You're playing to have very high pickoff potential. If you're trying to just heal through stuff with that comp, it's not going to work very well. It's simply not. So it's a great support combination, but even if you had a Reinhardt, which is a very brawly tank who usually requires lots of healing, he would play very defensive. He would play very shield heavy while his DPS around him do a ton of work because they're hugely enabled by what they have. And as for in it, hey, who does the healing of a Reinhardt, for example, the Harmony Orb would probably spend a lot of time on the Reinhardt in the fight. Now, you want to get it onto like a Tracer, you want to get it onto a Hammond, you want to get it onto a Genji, but if you have some weird combination where, hey, we have the Reinhardt, Mercy's really not very good at healing Reinhardt. It puts her in places that she doesn't want to be. It's not great. She can't just keep a Reinhardt up the way an Ana, a Moira, a BAP can. You're really looking to go, okay, we're going to super enable our Widow, our Soldier, our Echo, our Tracer, our Genji, our Sombra, to pick up quick eliminations with our double damage boost, the Discord Orb plus the Blue Beam. Not so much of a, oh, well, we'll keep it in long enough, we'll keep our Reinhardt alive long enough, or we'll keep our Winston alive long enough. No, it's mostly a case of, hey, the damage boost does all the work. The healing is a between fight thing. Some healing will happen. Of course, the Harmony Orb will move around as necessary, but Mercy is not going to just sit there and tank heal. If Mercy is sitting there and tank healing, you are not going to be happy. Again, she can triage. She can absolutely triage to try to get them out of danger, etc., but she's not going to go, oh, I got you. You're from 20%. Let's get you up to 100 before I go back to what I'm doing. Not unless you've won the fight and you are in between fight phase and you're just charging ults. Roadhog and Zarya, you could go with that, but honestly, you're generally better off with more divey tanks because you're playing super elimination heavy, and Zen Mercy has mostly worked best with more dive tanks. So Winston D.Va, Ball Sigma, those are both comps that absolutely benefit. And Sigma has a fair amount of self-sustain, so that fits. And Roadhog can absolutely make use of Discord plus right click because he can discord on a tank that he's hooking, for example, and Mercy can right click him just right as he does his shoot from having pulled someone in, and yes, that's very good. So they can work with that type of thing. They're looking to play with pick off stuff. So off tanks that can double off angle without taking a lot of damage themselves, so not D.Va, or dive tanks where they're going, hey, we're staging carefully, and then we do everything at once. Because when you're hitting good coordinated dives, it's less about sustain, and it's much more about we trade out really, really fast. It's an explosive window of committal, and we're not trying to stay in the fight. And it's an explosive window of committal, and then either we clean up the fight by rolling elimination after elimination, or we get an elimination, or we don't get an elimination, and then we get out. And when we get out, enough is not happening that Mercy has time to go around and heal people, etc., because they're getting out behind cover. Okay, I think that's going to do it. So we're going to call this one here. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.